about then non-coplanar system. Non-coplanar means forces lying more than one plane. That is x, y, z. The forces are in more than one plane. We have to say non-coplanar forces or forces in 3 dimensions. Non-coplanar are further classified into non-coplanar concurrent force system, non-coplanar non-concurrent system. I have given the example diagrams. Then we started about engineering mechanics laws. Different law we discussed. What is the first law we discussed? That is parallelogram law of forces, triangle law of forces, then polygon law of forces. What are the use of this law? To find the resultant. The parallelogram law we can use to for find the resultant for only two forces acting on the body. We have formula, resultant formula equal to R equal to square root of F1 square plus F2 square plus 2F1 F2 cos theta. Then resultant angle alpha equal to tan inverse of F2 sin theta divided by F1 plus F2 cos theta. Triangle also used to find the resultant for only two forces acting. I have given the example diagram also. What is resultant? Is a single force which replaces all other forces acting on the body is called a resultant. Then polygon law of forces. If the body is subject to more than two forces, we have to use polygon law. I have given the explanation also in the PPT. Okay, we discussed. Then we started about the resolution of force. Very, very important. Resolution of force means any force inclined. Students, we understand. Any force is inclined, we must convert in x direction and y direction. Then only we can solve the problems. That is called resolution of forces. We discussed last week. Today, I am going to given the diagram pictures. Last week what discussed, we are going to solve problem today. Okay, I am sharing the last class the resolution of force. Okay. Nitish, is it visible?
Yeah, visible, sir.
Okay. Students, you have to follow. Last class I will discuss this one. Once again repeating because it's important for the subject or first 2 units. Okay. We have already studied 4 quadrant. First quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant. The first quadrant means x plus y plus. Second quadrant means x minus y plus. Third quadrant means minus x minus y. Fourth quadrant means x plus minus y. Students, you first understand the force lying which quadrant, whether first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant. Then you have to identify whether the sign, whether plus x or minus y, plus y, or minus x or plus y, or minus x or minus y, or plus x or minus y. Okay, see the first diagram. Okay, the force is lying first quadrant. Understand? The force is lying first quadrant. The theta is inclined with respect to x-axis. Okay, I have already told you, any force inclined, you must convert x direction, y direction. That is called H or V. H means horizontal component of force. V means vertical component of force. Other name, Fx, that is force in x direction. Other name, Fh, force in horizontal direction. So I given 3 different H, Fh, Fv, Fx, Fh. Same meaning. That means force in horizontal direction. V means vertical component. Fy, force in y direction. Fp, force in vertical direction. So all means the vertical force in vertical direction. So this here, this first force lying with respect to this lying in the first quadrant with respect to x-axis. Understand? Therefore, x component, see here, plus f cos theta. Vertical component plus f sin theta. First quadrant means x plus. Here theta x-axis, therefore f cos theta. Okay, f y component plus, therefore f sin theta. See here next diagram. The same force first quadrant But theta is y-axis. Students understand, theta is now y-axis. Now see the horizontal component equal to plus f sin theta. Previously f cos theta, now f sin theta, horizontal component. Then vertical component, see here vertical component, fy or f equal to cos theta, f cos theta. Nitish, are you understand?
Yeah, sir.
Okay, what is the difference? Both the first diagram, both two diagram given. Can you explain?
Sir, in first diagram, the force is along x-axis, sir.
Very good, super, very good, excellent.
Because of that, if we resolve means f of x is equal to f of h is equal to f cos theta, sir. In second diagram, the force is along y axis, sir.
Okay.
So if you resolve means force along h component or f of x will be f sin theta, sir, and vice versa.
Okay, super, excellent. Okay. So you first identify with the force lying which quadrant, whether first quadrant, second quadrant. Here first quadrant. That means x plus y plus. Be careful. I have written the plus symbol both. Okay. Then now come to second. The same explanation here I have written. Second quadrant, x minus y plus. So theta is along x-axis. So therefore, see here h minus f, y minus f, second quadrant minus x minus cos theta. V equal to vertical component plus f sin theta, y plus second quadrant plus y. Vice versa here also. See here, the second quadrant now theta along y-axis. The force with respect to y-axis. Okay. Therefore, horizontal component minus f, y minus x minus theta. There is no theta. Therefore, sin theta, f sin theta. See vertical component. V equal to fy. That is equal to plus f cos theta. Y plus y plus y component, that is vertical direction, y plus theta is along y axis. Therefore, f cos theta. So this is the last class we discussed. The see here third quadrant. Same explanation. You can understand. Okay. Sajid is there. Nitish, Sajid is there.
Sir.
Sajid, can you explain third quadrant?
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
In third quadrant, the forces are along x-axis, sir.
Very good. Excellent.
So h is equal to minus f cos theta and equals to minus f sin theta, because both are negative in third quadrant.
Very good. Excellent. Now explain second diagram. Theta with respect to y-axis.
Theta respect to y-axis. Here h equals to minus f sin theta and v equals to minus f cos theta.
Okay, super. Excellent. Thank you. Anyone? Any student other than Sajid, Nitish? Any student can explain fourth quadrant? Voluntarily can explain fourth quadrant? Any one of you?
Uday Kumar.
Uday Kumar, are you there? Okay, anyone student? Okay, Nitish, you can explain fourth quadrant.
Okay, sir. In fourth quadrant, sir, the in first one, the force is along x-axis, sir. Because of that, force along x or force along horizontal component, if you resolve means it will become f cos theta, sir, plus f cos theta, sir. Then y is negative over there, sir. Because of that, force along y component or vertical force is equal to minus f sin theta, because y quadrant is minus over there, sir.
Second diagram.
In second diagram, the force is along the y component, sir. So if we resolve means, if we resolve along horizontally means it will become plus f sin theta, sir.
Good.
Then if you resolve it vertically along y-axis, it will become minus f cos theta, sir.
Excellent, excellent. Okay. So students, in any force incline, you must resolve like this. Okay. I am repeating, this subject is not only memorize. This you should have brain and mind. Mind means thinking how. Brain means whether it is right or wrong. You have to decide based on my explanation, based on the concept. Okay, any force inclined in engineering mechanics, you must convert in x direction, y direction. This is the procedure. This is called resolution of force, resolving of force. Components means horizontal component, vertical component. That is HV. Okay. See here, all the forces I have given clearly. Now see the next diagram. Now see this diagram. See, Nitish, this force lying in the first quadrant? Is this force lying in the first quadrant?
Which force?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
First diagram, sir. Yes, sir.
Is force lying in the first quadrant?
Yes, sir.
Sagit?
Sir?
This force lying in first quadrant?
Yes.
You see the arrow marker? You see the
Third
arrow marker?
quadrant.
Yeah, excellent. Who is speaking? Who is speaking?
Louis Paul.
Very good, excellent. Louis, see here. The force,
Yes, sir.
diagram given the first quadrant, but it goes to third quadrant. That is called a line of action. See, I already told you. The force
Yes,
is characterized by magnitude, point of application, and line of action. You know,
Yes,
the
sir.
train I given a collinear train. No, the engine is first. It goes to which direction? All the component goes to this direction. Like that. Here, the
Yes, sir.
force is Euromark goes to third quadrant. Students, be careful. Sometime in the exam they are cheating. But you people think this is the first quadrant. See the Euromark. Euromark goes to the third quadrant. But they have drawn the first quadrant. But the Euromark goes to third. You have to project. Okay. How you project? You know, you already studied the alternate angle is equal. Yes. So this here, the first quadrant, the force is goes to third, but along the x-axis. So here also you convert the x-axis. We understand when projecting the force, already the force is x-axis. So when projecting also the force must be in the x-axis. You know, alternate angle is equal. Is it correct? The alternate angle you have studied, no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now Nitish, are you got point?
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Yeah. Now see the second diagram, this diagram. The A and B I explain. Okay, now see the C and D. Nitish, can you tell this force is lying in second quadrant? The C diagram.
No, sir. Fourth quadrant, sir.
Yeah, it goes there. You have to project. While solving the problem, you have to project. It goes to fourth quadrant. The theta is y-axis. So when projecting also, theta must be y-axis. Don't change it. Be careful. Don't change the angle. Here theta is y-axis. When projecting, changing the quadrant also the fourth quadrant. Now resolve, we
sir.
know. Now theta is with respect along y-axis. So it's fourth quadrant. X means plus. Okay. F sin theta. Because x-axis there is no theta. F sin theta. Here y-axis theta. Fourth quadrant minus F cos theta. Students, are you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is the very
Sir.
important for first 2 units. This concept very important. Repeatedly asking. I am going to ask repeatedly. So you have this subject, don't memorize. Just imagine and use your brain. Those who are studied in CBSE school, they have understand. Those who are studied CBSE school, they have already know this concept. Okay, so I have given clear picture. I am sending this PPT also. You can yesterday I sent this PPT. Just to keep it whenever free. You can go. You can refer. Okay. Now I am going to show another. What we are going to discuss today. I am going to show the slide. Nitish, is it visible?
Yes, sir. Visible, sir.
Okay. So today what we are going to discuss, we are going to solve the problem by using these formulas. So already I explained, last week I have explained the parallelogram. You see, what is use of parallelogram? Only two forces acting at O, the F1, F2 or PQ. We can see the force, we can represent anything. So I am taking F1, F2. The angle between two force theta. Therefore, resultant. What is resultant? It's a single force replacing other force, two forces. Parallelogram law, square root of F1 square plus F2 square plus 2F1, F2 cos theta. Alpha, resultant direction. Be careful, resultant direction. Tan in, therefore, tan alpha equal to F2 sin theta divided by F1 plus F2 cos theta. This is the parallelogram we are going to use. Students, remember, what is use of parallelogram? Only two forces acting on the body, we can use parallelogram by analytical method. So I have given diagram the formulas. If more than two forces acting, by using method of resolution method, okay, you have to convert all the, this is more than two forces acting, this is the resultant formula. R equal to square root of summation of H squared plus summation of V squared. What is summation of H? All horizontal forces, adding all horizontal forces in the acting on the body. What is summation of V? Adding all vertical forces. Just now the previous slide I said no, the how to resolve. Based on resolving, you convert to x or y direction. You add all the vertical forces, take squared, then square root. Then theta, here theta is the resultant direction. Summation of V divided by summation of H. So if more than two forces acting, you have to use these two formula. R equal to square root of summation of H square plus summation of V squared. Tan theta equal to summation of V divided by summation of H. Theta means here resultant direction. Here only two forces acting. Mrs. Nitish, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you got point? So only two forces, parallelogram. More than two forces, this formula, R equal to square root. Okay. So today we are now we are going to solve the problems. Nitish, is it visible? Nitish?
Visible, sir. Sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now is it okay?
Okay, sir.
Now is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we are going to discuss today. See that's why I'm every day I'm recollecting previous class, because the previous class concept more useful for today problem, the today classes. Okay. So we are going to find resultant finding methods, formula, numerical problems. Already explained. For analytic, we are going to use analytical method, parallelogram forces for only two forces, method of resolution for more than two forces. Just now I have shown the formulas. Okay. This is the formula already we know. Okay, only see here, only two forces acting at O, F1, F2, theta equal to angle between two forces. For resultant, R equal to square root of F1 square plus F2 square plus 2F1, F2 cos theta. Alpha equal to the resultant direction. The alpha, no, F2 sin theta divided by F1 plus F2 cos theta. Plus F2 cos theta. Okay. Can you read the problem, Nitish, the first statement?
Two forces of 100 Newton and 150 Newton are acting simultaneously at a point. What is the resultant of these two forces and the direction of the resultant if the angle between them is 45 degree?
Excellent. See,
Two
they have given
forces.
only statement. They have given only statement. See, in the exam, they given only statement. We have to write given data. We have to write. See, here in the slide, I have already written. That's all you can see now. But in the examination, they give only one statement. Whenever the statement given, you have to write the given data in terms of symbols or diagram. See, here I have draw the diagram. For understand, all in the plan I have written. Okay, here two forces. So your mind goes to the two force means F1, F2. Okay. So two forces, take first force F1, 100 Newton, given data. F2, 115. They did not mention F1, F2. We have to write. Students, we understand F1 equal to 100 Newton, F2, 150 Newton. Theta angle between 45 degree. See, you have to draw graphical representation. See the diagram, graphical representation. Theta. So the two force acting. F1. See F1. When two force acting, you take first horizontal force. F1 is horizontal, positive direction, 100 Newton. And the angle given, angle between. Therefore, theta equal to 45 degree. Therefore, Ft equal to the Ft also given 115. Now we want the resultant. So to find, see any problem, you have to write given data and to find. They ask the resultant. So resultant symbol capital R. And the direction. See here, what is the resultant of this one? Direction. Therefore, a direction of the alpha. See, it's a two forces. So we have to use parallelogram law. What is R? Resultant equal to R equal to square root of F1 square plus F2 square plus 2F1 F2 cos theta. Tan alpha equal to F2 sin theta divided by F1 plus F2 cos theta. Alpha equal to tan inverse of F2 sin theta divided by F1 plus F2 cos theta. Now apply all the values. R equal to F1 100 squared, F2 150 squared plus 2 into 100 into 150 into cos 45. See, say square root, take the answer, final answer 232 Newton. Students, you have to use your calculator, write the problem in your notebook. You have to copy and calculate, because the calculation gives you, see here, 100 square 10,000, 150 square 22,500. So while practice only you can understand, not seeing in the problem. You have to write the problem in your notebook and do practice. The question and the examination, I will ask question from this PPT only and in the book only. So R equal to, finally we got 232 Newton. See, you have to write always Newton. The N means Newton. See, resultant also force. Resultant means force. It is a force which replaces other two forces. Then alpha equal to tan inverse of F2 sin theta by F1 plus F2 cos theta. Tan inverse of F2 150. Theta 45 degree. F1 100. F2 150. So after resolving, tan inverse you got alpha equal to 27.23. Sajida, you understand?
Yes, sir.
What do you understand? Can you explain?
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
In the question, they gave two forces, sir.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. In the question, they got two forces.
So we have to use parallelogram law of force.
Okay.
R equals to under root F1 square plus F2 square plus 2F1 F2 cos theta.
Mm.
And then for finding the angle, tan alpha equals to F2 sin theta by F1 plus F2 cos theta. If we substitute the values, we get the answer, sir.
Okay. So all of you understand, Nitish? Are you understand? Are you got the answer? Are you understand?
Yes, sir.
See the final. See here the question. I give answer. See the F1 given 100 Newton, F2 150 Newton. The angle theta 45 degree. Now we found the resultant. What is angle? 27.23. This is the final. See graphically, I have written answer. Graphically. Okay. Now, can I go to next problem, Nitish?
Okay, sir.
Can you read this one? Can you read?
Two forces act at an angle of 120 degree. The bigger force is of 40 Newton and the resultant is perpendicular to the smaller one. Find the smaller force.
Sajid, can you read the question? Sajid.
Yes, sir. Two forces act at an angle of 120 degrees.
Wait. Two forces. See, students understand two forces. So I am writing given data. Two forces F1, F2. The bigger force is 40 Newton. So bigger means always take a see two force. So F1 we take first force. F1 equal to 40 Newton. Then
the resultant is perpendicular to the smaller one.
So two forces. Okay. So two forces they mention. So I'm taking F1 is a bigger one, F2 is smaller one. You can take vice versa, but generally you take first F1 is a bigger force. So automatically if F2 is a smaller force. Understand? They ask a smaller force. See the condition given. See the resultant is perpendicular to the smaller one. sorry. So two forces given. And the angle, see here, angle 120 degree. 120 degree means above 90 degree. That's why I have drawn bigger gap, bigger angle. See F1 and F2 angle 120 degree. See this diagram not given. Understand? They only they given statement. Students understand. Whenever statement given, you have to give a right given data in terms of symbol and in terms of diagram. For your understanding, I have given diagram. The book they did not given. So two forces means F1, F2. They given in the bigger force. Take as F1. The two force no say F1. F2 is a smaller force. Automatically they become smaller force. Okay. The resultant is perpendicular to smaller one. So we have to find smaller force. Nitish, are you hearing me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See this given data, we have to write it symbol. They did not given any symbol in the statement. Okay. And the diagram also, we for our understanding, I have given diagram. I have drawn the diagram. Now see here. See, I have the first. I have drawn the quadrant. Each quadrant 90 degree. Now, if 120 degree means above 90, that's why I mentioned refers to the diagram. See the second diagram. F1, F2 120, F2 inclined with respect to 120 degree because the angle given. Then F1 bigger force. They given the statement F1 equal to 40 Newton. We want F2. And the result, see the statement, the resultant is perpendicular to the smaller one. Which one smaller one? F2. That's why I have drawn the diagram. See the left to bottom corner diagram. See that the fourth diagram, left to bottom diagram. So I have marked 90 degree. Why I marked 90 degree? The statement itself given. The statement itself given. The resultant is 90 degree with smaller force. Here, which one is smaller force? F2 is a smaller
F2.
force. Yeah, they are marked 90. So what is the balance, Nitish? What is the balance? Totally 120.
30, sir.
Yeah,
That is
see
the
last diagram.
resultant direction.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, see here. So the resultant direction means alpha. Alpha is 30 degree.
Alpha.
See how the alpha I have taken. That's why I have mentioned diagram, parallelogram. No, see here, parallelogram. Alpha is the resultant diagram angle. That's why I told you this subject brain and mind oriented subject. This subject is, see here, alpha. No, green color. Alpha is the resultant direction. Okay. So I marked alpha. See in the question only they given statement. We have to use our brain and mind to draw this one. The subject, very interesting subject. If you use your brain and mind, that is very simple. Actually, very simple subject. Okay. So in the question, they given F1 and F2 angle between 120 degree, and the resultant in the F1 is a bigger one, 40 Newton. F2 smaller one. They mentioned the resultant is with respect to F smaller one 90 degree. So I marked 90 degree. So therefore balance 30 degree. That is alpha. Sajid, understand?
Yes, sir.
Now we know formula. Is it only two forces? No, only two forces given. We know tan alpha equal to. Say final diagram. See this diagram enough for this diagram enough for your understanding. I have given step by step. This one, this diagram. See this diagram I have drawn in the painting. Then I copied it to the Word. Then Word is copied to PDF. Okay, this explanation not in our book. Okay, this diagram enough, but step this final diagram. Totally 120. The 90 is gone. Why 90 is gone? The resultant is with respect to smaller one 90. Therefore, alpha equal to 30. We know formula. Only two forces. No parallelogram. Tan alpha equal to F2 sin theta divided by F1 plus F2 cos theta. Alpha equal to 30. How 30? This based on this diagram. 30. We want F2. Already F1 we know. F1 equal to 40. Therefore, tan 30 equal to F2 sin theta. Theta 120. Understand? Theta 120 degree. Theta is 120. Angle between two forces. Okay. Divided by 40 plus F2 cos 120. After we know mathematical calculation. Cross multiplication. You do the see here. Tan 30. This value. F2 sin 20. 40. See cos 120 means minus 0.5. That's why they here minus 0.5. See here. 0.577 equal to F2 into 0.86 divided by 40 minus cos 20 means that is minus 0.5. Therefore minus F2. So after cross multiplication everything, you know simple the calculation method. So final answer F2 equal to 20 Newton. 20 Newton. Paul, Louis, understand? Louis, are you there? Louis,
Sir. Yes, sir.
are you following with me?
Yes, sir.
How is this problem? Are you understand? Any doubt?
No, sir. No doubt.
Okay. Yeah, you are. Where are you from?
Sir, Andaman, sir.
Super, super, excellent, excellent. Okay. So can I
Okay,
go
sir.
to next problem?
Yes, sir.
Nitish, can I go to next one? Next problem?
Yes, sir. Sir, but how
Tell me.
to find that cos 30 is this value like that, sir?
Which one? Which one?
No, sir. Sine 120 and cos 120 we are converting into sine 60 and minus cos 60, sir.
No need. See, just to put the calculator, you will get the answer. Yeah, you will get the answer.
Oh,
Okay.
if you put sine 120 means we will get that value, sir.
Yeah. You have. That's why I told you no. You have to purchase calculator.
Okay, sir.
Don't get
Got it.
confused. See, this is you. That's why I mentioned in the last week in our group, you have to purchase scientific calculator. Okay. The sine
Okay,
20 means it gives answer. Cos 20 it gives answer directly. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Then next problem. Louis, can you read this problem? Louis?
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
Find the magnitude of two forces such that if they act at right angles, the resultant is root over 10 Newton. But if they act at 60 degree, the resultant is root over 13 Newton.
Yeah. See, they give simply the statement given. Simple statement given, but you peoples are getting fear. How we can solve? See, two forces. So your mind goes to the F1, F2. Understand? First take F1, F2. They given such that if they act right angles means theta 90 degree. Understand? See, in the given data, see this statement, the given data, they did not mention symbol, but we have to make a symbols, two forces. So F1, F2. They mention such that if they act at right angles means theta 90 degree, the resultant given R equal to square root of 10 Newton. But if they act 60 degree, when theta 60 degree, the same two forces, understand? Same two forces, when theta 60 degree, resultant square root 30 10. To find F1, F2. Louis, sir, understand? Louis?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. See, you have to write given data by this way. For any math, any engineering mechanics problem like way. They did not mention, they blindly given statement. That's why I have given detailed all the PPTs, the statements, symbols, everything. Then graphical um, representation. Graphical representation. See here, two forces, F1, F2. What is the angle? 90 degree, the angle. See here, second, theta F1, F2, angle theta 60 degree. The result will be given. Okay. So only two forces. What is the resultant formula, Louis? Only two forces. What is the resultant formula?
Root over F1 square plus F2 square
Yeah,
plus
excellent.
F1 F2 cos theta.
Excellent. Okay. So we know resultant value. We know square root 10. We know resultant value square root 10. Theta we know first case. See here first case.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
90 degree.
Yeah. Cos 90 0. So you put in the equation. Finally you got square root 10 equal to square root of F1 square plus F2 square. Take both sides square. So the final equation 10 equal to F1 square plus F2 square. Nitish, sorry, understand up to this?
Yes, sir.
So in the statement, they given two cases. First case, two forces, theta 90 degree, resultant square root 10. Second case, two forces, same two forces. See, same two force, theta 90, 60 degree, resultant 13. So we know resultant formula. This formula apply here, this equation 2. Now case 2 here. What is case 2? When theta 60 degree, R equal to square root 13. Therefore, square root of 13 equal to F1 square plus F2 square plus 2F1, F2 cos 60 degree. What is cos 60 degree? 0.5. Apply here. So you got square root of 13 plus square root of F1 square plus F2 square plus F1, F2. Take square both side. Take square both side. Therefore, 13 equal to F1 square plus F2 square plus F1, F2. Equation 2. Sajid, you are understand up to this one, case 2?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So already we have equation 1. What is equation 1? See here, f1 square plus f2 square equal to 10. In the equation 2 also we have f1 square plus f2 square. So I am replacing, that's why I am putting red mark here. I apply equation 1 in equation 2. Therefore, I am replacing, therefore f1 square plus f2 in terms of 10. Red mark. 13 equal to 10 plus f1 f2. Therefore, what is f1 f2? 13 minus 10 equal to 3. So I am applying, we have two equations. I am applying the equation 1 in equation 2. What is equation 1? This one, 10 equal to f1 square plus f2 square. What is equation 2? 13 equal to f1 square plus f2 square plus f1. Okay, we are replacing f1 square plus f2 square equal to 10. So final answer. Up to understand? Nitish, are you understand up to this one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So we have, understand, we have f1 square plus f2 square equal to 10. Then 13 equal to f1 square plus f2 square plus f1 f2. Then we finally we got it f1 into I applied equation 1 in equation 2. Finally we got f1 f2 equal to 3. Now we studied so many times the cinema and the film also they mention always a plus b whole squared, a squared plus b
square.
a minus b whole squared, a squared plus b squared minus. Are you hearing me?
Yes, sir.
So something network issue. Okay, I'm sharing again. Okay. So we have equation 10 equal to f1 square plus f2 square. Then equation 2, 13 equal to f1 square plus f2 square plus f1 f2. So I replacing equation 1 in terms in applying equation 2. Finally we got it f1 f2. Then we have a plus b whole square equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab. A minus b whole square equal to a square plus b square minus 2ab. See the way that for f I replacing a and b f1 and f2. Okay. Therefore f1 square plus f2 square plus 2 f1 f2. What is f1 squared f2 squared 10? Understand? See here f1 square plus is 10. Okay, what is f1 f2 3? Apply here. f1 square plus f2 square replace it 10. f1 f2 3. Therefore 2 into 3. Finally we have equation f1 square plus f2 square 16. Take square root. Therefore f1 plus f2 equal to square root of 16. What is square root of 16? 4. This is equation third. Similarly, f1 minus f2 whole square. f1 square plus f2 square minus 2 f1 f2. Therefore 10 minus, what is the 10? How we got 10? We know already f1 square plus f2 is 10. f1 f2 3. Therefore 10 minus 2 into 3. 10 minus 2 into 3 4. Therefore f1 minus f2 whole square equal to 4. Take square root. We know procedure. A squared equal to 4 means a means square root of 4 like that. Therefore f1 minus f2 square root of 4. Square root of 4 equal to 2. So equation 4. So we have equation 3 and equation 4. You already know f1 plus f2 equal to 4. f1 minus f2 equal to 2. So you can resolve the equation 4. See here, equation 4, F1 minus F2 equal to 2. Therefore, what is F1? 2 plus F2. So I am applying this 2 plus F2 in equation 1, equation 3. Therefore, F1 plus F2 equal to 4. I am replacing F1, 2 plus F2. So 2 plus 2 F2. Therefore, 2 F2 equal to 2. The final F2 equal to 1. You know, simple this calculation, you know, no. Therefore, F2 equal to 1. I apply the equation again in the third equation. Therefore, F1 plus F2 equal to 4. Therefore, F1 plus 1 equal to 4. So finally, F1 equal to 3. Nitish, sir, understand this problem?
Yes, sir.
Can you explain? So once I am repeating, here two forces, they are acting at the condition given, act at a 90 degree, the resultant value square root 10 given. If they act at 60 degree, square root 13 given. So graphical representation, so I take as C here, F1, F2, theta 90 degree, case 1. F2, F2, theta equal to 60 degree. We have parallelogram law. This one, first case, apply everything. You have to get equation 1. Apply second case, theta 60 degree, square root 13. After that, you got equation 2. I apply equation 1 in equation 2. Finally, we got F1, F2, 3. So, we know this formula, a plus b whole square equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab. Like that, F1 plus F2 square equal to F1 square plus F2 square plus 2F1, F2. F1 square, F2 square, F1 square plus F2 square already we know 10. F1, F2, 3. So, you got 16. So, take here, finally we got it equation 3. Similarly, F1 minus F2 whole square. Apply all the things. You can get equation 4. Solve this one, you will get these answers. Do you, sir, understand? Louis?
Yes, sir.
Are you understand this problem?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Jajit, are you understand?
Yes, sir.
So we have seen the parallelogram, applied 3 problems. Okay, you just go through it, definitely you will understand. See, I given graphical representation, step-by-step procedure. See, don't memorize. Students, I request all the 20 students, don't memorize. You understand the concepts only. We have only one formula, parallelogram law form, but if they see the problems in different condition, only they given statement. Then we have to apply right given data, graphical representation, everything. After that, very simple. Those who are studied CBSE, they will understand this one. Others, they can understand, but it pick up is not pick, less pick up. Later, they will understand. Can I go to next problem? Last question. Last problem. Simple question.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Simple question. This is a bigger one. We will discuss next class. This is a smaller one. Can you read? Louis, can you read this problem? Can you read? Louis?
Yes, sir. A system of forces are acting at the corner of a rectangular block as shown in the figure. Determine the magnitude and direction of the resultant forces.
Yeah. How many forces acting? Can you tell me?
4.
Yeah. So 4 forces. We can't use parallelogram. We can't use parallelogram. So what we have to use? We have to use R equal to square root of summation of H square plus summation of V square. Students understand? More than 2 forces. This is a formula, resultant formula. This is a resultant direction formula. Tan alpha equal to summation of V divided by summation of H. So you have to write given data, result to find. Given data they given. See the given in this diagram they given mention everything. See the everything they mention it is easy. If they did not mention, we have to draw the diagram. We have to write the statement. So 4 forces given. Okay. The resultant formula R equal to square root of H square plus summation of V square. What is summation of H? Summation of H means all horizontal forces. Louis, can you tell me what are horizontal forces here in this diagram? Horizontal forces?
Yes, sir. 25 kilonewton and 20 kilonewton.
Don't say it like that. Plus 25 kilonewton, minus 20 kilonewton. Why?
Because the another 20k Newton is in opposite direction, sir.
Not opposite.
In
but
minus X direction.
Minus X direction. You always tell plus X direction, minus X direction. This is minus x direction. So only two horizontal forces. 25 goes to plus direction. Don't say left side, right side. You have to write plus x minus x. So 25. That's why plus minus 20. So summation h equal to minus 20 plus 20. Y minus this goes to left x direction. Set for answer. Louis, can you tell me y direction forces? Y direction. That is vertical force. See, x means horizontal. Yes. Y means vertical.
Yes, sir. So plus 50 Newton and minus 35 Newton.
Can you repeat again?
Plus 50 kilonewton and minus 35 kilonewton.
Nitish, is this right? Nitish?
No, sir. Both must be plus, sir.
Sajid?
Sir.
See the 50 kilometers.
So both minus, sir. Minus
both are minus, yeah, yo. Both are minus, yeah. Students, because it goes to vertical downward, no?
Yes, sir.
50 goes, see, always see the euro mark. Don't see which place is there. You see the 50, see here, they directly pull downward. Euro mark, see, downward direction. 35 also downward direction. Students, in this subject, the plus minus, the sin theta, cos theta, very play important role. If anything changes, the total problem will be collapsed. Be careful. If you're writing, suppose if you write, you should write plus. Suppose you put to minus, the total problem will be collapsed. So always see the plus, minus, sin theta. Here no need sin theta because it's not inclined. All are vertical, all are horizontal. So no need cos theta, sin theta here. So here see the 35 Newton vertical downward and the 40 kilonewton article vertical downward. So vertical downward means minus y direction. Therefore minus 35 minus 50. So we have therefore square root of 5 square plus minus 85 square. So square means the minus becomes plus. This is the answer.
85.
Okay, and the alpha equal to tan inverse of 85 divided by 5. Therefore you take inverse. The answer will be 86.6. See, students, already I told you 4 quadrant, no? X, first quadrant x plus y plus. Second quadrant minus x plus y. Third quadrant minus x minus y. Fourth quadrant plus x minus y. See this answer. See here. Summation h plus 5 kilonewton. Understand? That is x plus. Summation v minus 85 Newton. That is y minus. So x plus y minus. Which quadrant? Sagit. X plus y minus.
Sir?
X plus y minus. Which quadrant?
Plus y minus.
Plus x minus y. Plus x minus y. Quadrant. First quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant.
Second, sir.
Yes, x. See here. X
Fourth.
plus y minus.
Fourth,
X,
sir.
Yeah. That's why the final answer diagram. See here. Summation of h plus 5 kilonewton. Summation of v minus 85 kilonewton. Therefore, resultant lying in the fourth quadrant. Students understand?
Yes, sir.
Do you sorry got the point?
Yes, sir.
This is the way you can, for this problem I given. Suppose any problem, suppose both the x minus y plus means second quadrant. Suppose x, that is horizontal value minus, vertical value is minus, third quadrant. See, the x means h here, y means v here. Understand? So x here plus 5 kilonewton, v means minus 85 kilonewton answer. Therefore, result lying. So see here alpha I am writing always x. The formula always, see always write resultant with respect to x only. Okay, alpha equal 86.8. Louis, sir, understand this question? Can you explain?
Yes, sir.
Can you explain?
Sir,
See, what is the use of, see here, I am asking one question. What is the use of 3 and 4 in this question? Question?
3 and 4.
3 meter and 4 meter they given, no? The distance.
Yes,
What is the use? No need. So this is a no need. So this is superfluous theta. No need to use 3 meter, 4 meter. We have to consider only forces. So sometimes they given. So here the distance rectangular block they mentioned, no. That's why they given diagram 4 meter, 3 meter. See here we want resultant. What is the resultant? Replacing all forces into single force. Students understand what is the resultant? Replacing all forces single. What are the forces? 4 forces. 25 kilonewton, minus 50 kilonewton, minus 20 kilonewton, minus 35 kilonewton. So we are replacing 4 forces only. So no need consider 3 meter, 4 meter here. Students, are you understand? Nitish?
Okay, sir.
Ah,
Understood, sir.
yeah. Luis, can you explain now?
Yes, sir. Sir, in this question, sir, we cannot use parallelogram theorem, sir.
Why? Why?
So, because there are four directions, sir.
4 forces. 4 forces.
Four forces
More
are
than 2 forces. More than 2 forces. More than
more
2
than two forces.
Okay.
So
We
we have to use
Ah.
we have the formula root over summation h square plus summation v square. Sir.
See, summation H means what? What is summation H? Adding all horizontal forces. Understand?
Or
Summation
adding
H
all
means adding
horizontal.
all horizontal forces. Summation V means adding all vertical forces. Summation V means, so that's why I represented Fx, Fy. Here instead of F, they mentioned Fx, summation H. Summation V. Summation H means adding all horizontal forces. Summation means all vertical forces.
Yes, sir. By adding all the horizontal forces, we get 5 kilonewton, and by adding all the vertical forces, we get minus 85 kilonewton, sir. By putting these two values in that formula, we get 85.15 kilonewton, sir. Then we have to find the quadrant, sir. Sir, in here, the x value is in plus sign and the y value is in minus sign, so it suits in the fourth quadrant, sir.
The resultant lying fourth quadrant.
Resultant
Lying
yes,
in fourth. Understand?
fourth quadrant.
Yeah. So we replace, see the given diagram, we replaced all forces with single force. So single force R equal to the 85. Why I mentioned fourth quadrant? Because X, that is H value, H symbol positive, summation H positive, summation V negative. So this for lying fourth quadrant. Understand? We
Yes,
have to, so why the minus? Why minus 20? What is the why I am writing minus 20 horizontal direction? Because it goes to negative X
because it is
direction.
minus
25
x
goes to positive X direction. That's why minus 20 plus 25. You see here, 35 goes to vertical downward. Vertical down means minus Y direction. 50 kilometer euro. See, always see the euro mark. Always see the euro mark. It also goes to vertical downward, 50. So minus Y direction. Therefore, minus 35, minus 50 kilometer, minus 85. So today what we discussed, we used parallelogram in for 3 problems, and this formula for more than 2 forces. Okay, so totally we discussed a 4th problem today. Students, you have to copy in your notebook and use your calculator, check it. Suppose if you do not want this to write, just take the calculator, see that this PDF. And I'm going to share this one. Here I have ordered another 2 problems. We will discuss later because time is already gone. Okay, we will discuss later. Very interesting problem. Very, very interesting. This subject is very interesting subject. If you are following with me, if you have already studied some concept, this subject very interesting subject. No need to read the book. If you have brain and mind, you can. It's very easy subject. Okay. And it is. Shall I stop here?
Okay, sir.
Okay. I want attendance. Just wait. I am going to take attendance. How many students present? So totally 15 students present, yes?
Yes, sir.
At 15.
How many students present?
So 15 members actually.
Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 it shows, yeah. In for my attendance 17 shows. I am telling attendance, kindly give your attendance. Abhinav, yes?
Present, sir.
Aditya?
Present, sir.
Anand Mada? Anand Mada? Okay, Anand Mada present. Arun Kumar?
Present, sir.
Asad present.
Present, sir.
Basil present. Yes? Where is Basil? He left the
But is
meeting.
not.
See, there is Oh. There's a Basil is not joining. Why he is not joining?
சார் அவன் அட்டனன்ஸ் கொடுத்துட்டு போயிட்டு இருக்கான் சார்.
Okay. Basil. Okay. Then Emmanuel Guju.
Yes, sir.
Then Jodis GJ. Sevaka Perumal. Sevaka Perumal.
ஆப்ஷன்.
Sevaka Perumal absent. Yes. Okay. Here it shows present. Sevaka Perumal. Louis present. Madhuban.
Present, sir. Present, sir.
Namala Sekit.
Sir,
Okay. Present. Nidin.
Present, sir.
Nitish. Present.
Present, sir.
Siraj.
Present, sir.
Syed Muhammad absent. Uday Kumar present.
உதயகுமார் பிரசன்ட் சார்.
Okay. Vinith.
Present, sir.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 member present. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you,
Shall I
sir.
save the attendance? Okay. Shall I save the attendance? So the option is, sir, Sevaka Perumal, Syed Muhammad, Veera Manigandan, Vikas Patel, Sudip Alex. Uday Kumar is correct?
எஸ் சார்.
Sevaka Perumal, Veera Manigandan, Syed Muhammad, Sudip Alex, option, and Vikas Patel absent.